Nothing has shaken my confidence in the common sense of Ghana's leadership more than the National Cathedral. From the president who conceived it, to the cabinet who saw nothing wrong with it, to the parliament that gave its seed money, to the religious leaders who signed off on it and lent their good name to it, it is unconscionable for a country that cannot get clean water, for a government that couldn't even complete the Krofrom market, for a country who have kids who go to school under trees. Somebody said we should point accusing finger. I am pointing an accusing fist. This is, if there ever was causing financial loss to the state, this is it. It's a textbook case. $100 million of a poor country like Ghana's money into this project. So it broke my heart, because the government ought not to be in the business of building cathedrals. Everybody knows that. And Dr. Bonfe talks about the Supreme Court. We had a politicized Supreme Court that was signing off on things that the government was doing. We had people in Parliament who wouldn't stand up and ensure that the right things are done. Our government shouldn't be building cathedrals or mosques. It shouldn't be paying for people going to Mecca. We know these things. These are fundamentals. And the Deloitte and Touche management letter is stopped there as a management letter, because I have been CEO before. When you get a management letter, it means that the auditor is looking for things from you, either documents or explanations or contextualizing things, so he can finish his work. That Deloitte and Touche report said for 2 years, the board of directors had made material significant statements in which the facts did not reconcile and there were no supporting documents. That's why the thing stopped there. And you know that National Cathedral Board itself didn't want to release the audit report. They were just waving it at us and saying, see, there was no wrongdoing found. The whole National Cathedral is a crime scene from conception to the end. And yes, there are people who may only be embarrassed for moral failings, but there was a lot of legal wrongs that went on there. Let the National Cathedral stand as a sentinel in the night, warning about what arrogance and power and hubris and people full of themselves who have lost their moorings about the national interest can do to our republic. It is a disgrace. And Mr. Dean, on behalf of the MPP, should have been apologizing. There is no redeeming feature in this thing from beginning to end. You fault
the NPP as a group. You fault Parliament. You had majority of the NPP MPs standing up to speak up against what was going on, and they won't be listened to. What else did you want them to do? I stood here, used this platform, I spoke, I did my something's take. My very first take on the cathedral was to reveal how judges' bungalows were being destroyed. Bungalows that were only a year old, some were just about to be completed. And I had reverend ministers, big bishops, countering me and telling me that these were old and dilapidated. Meanwhile, judges were talking to me. I was visiting and seeing that the judicial service was doing a contract they were owing, and their voices overcame mine. And I couldn't be speaking against men of God, so to speak.
But Samson, we are not in the Middle Ages. I mean, Martin Luther and